do believe Bully's going to join us.
And I don't think Carrie's available today.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, sure can. And we're just waiting for Carrie. I'm going to try out this crisp noise canceling in Discord. How's that sound so far?
The same?
Oh, okay. It's supposed to
Does
cut
it
out.
matter how it sounds to you?
Well, no, it's supposed to cut out external noise coming into the mic from, living in a multi-person household.
I don't mean you didn't sound fine before. I mean, I didn't notice the switch.
Well, it was funny because last night the everybody was able to hear the birds outside my window. So I don't know if this will help or not. Not that listening to birds is the most awful thing. And Carrie said that she is logging in right about now. So yeah, switching to XSplit solved that weird tin-flavored echo that was coming through everybody else's chat when they talked. So I'm happy that resolved that issue. If I'd have known it was going to be that easy, I'd have done it a long time ago. So, welcome everybody to the Princes of the Apocalypse. We are a gaming group from Troutdale, Oregon. We usually play at a shop called Goin' Gaming and the Grub and Grog. But due to the COVID-19 situation, we have had to close the shop, and that means that all of our D&D games have been canceled and all of our Magic the Gathering tournaments have been canceled. And pretty much the store itself is closed to normal business. The Grub and Grog is still able to do deliveries to the Troutdale and surrounding areas for food, beer and wine, and ciders. They even deliver games, but the store itself is closed. And anybody who knows anything about the gaming shop industry, retail industry, knows that these shops actually work on a very slim margin when it comes to sales. They're not making very much when they sell you an RPG book. So, in order to offset that, these stores have had to delve into services like offering role playing games and spaces for board games and Magic the Gathering tournaments and other card games. With the store being closed, they are obviously out of that situation. So we have created a GoFundMe to try to help the shop weather this. And, we know that they are a cornerstone of the gaming community in the area, and we would all like someplace to land. So we are accepting donations to help save Going Gaming. Any small amount will help. We realize that everybody has financial crisis right now, but, even the smallest amount can get us through this. And then we also have, if you scroll down in your Twitch stream, you'll also see that we have a couple of friends that have allowed us to plug their wares. One of them is a site called Talon and Claw, and they make absolutely exquisite wooden Dungeon Master screens and leather dice trays and wood dice vaults, and they have a number of different woods to choose from: Brazilian redwood or Brazilian rosewood and teak and red oak, and there's a number of different types. And then the other one is the Gilded Archive, and she creates handmade leather covers for the core rule books. They are hand stamped, hand stitched, and hand painted. And she also makes some beautiful leather polyhedral dice bracelets where the dice are stamped out on the bracelet. And one of the more popular ones that she's made is the rainbow bracelet, where each dice is a different color. So you might want to check her out. Picking up where we left off last week, our heroes have journeyed through the Temple of the Black Earth, taking on the Black Earth cult, worshippers of the Prince of Evil Elemental Earth, Ogremock. They are searching for the leader of the Black Earth. And so far, they haven't found him. They have learned that he is in a room somewhere to the north, and we are picking up right where we left off. There is a set of double doors leading to the west, with a passageway going to the north and to the east. What would you guys like to do?
I will do a perception check on the door to listen through to see if I can hear movement or anything on the other side.
All right. Go ahead and make your.
Ooh,
You got a
nat
nat.
20.
Wow, first roll of the game, you get a nat 20. All
The
right.
rest will be all crit fails, I guarantee it.
Oh, I don't know about crit fails. You hear. So on your nat 20, you can hear some very faint chanting coming from the other side of the door, and you can hear the sounds of muffled sounds like somebody who is gagged.
I will relay that info to the rest of the party quietly and tell them I'm I think somebody's getting ready to be sacrificed. It sounds like some cult shit's going on.
It's getting all Waco in here.
Right? I think Jim Jones is on the other side.
So what would you guys like to do?
Another Leroy Jenkins?
I was gonna say if ever a time to bust through the door.
Maybe it's just a private party and we're interrupting.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
it could just be they're playing a very casual game of Twister. I mean,
Sounds like it wouldn't be that casual. You feel like
Well,
a
they're not
very
playing Twister
competitive
right.
game of Twister. Yeah. Alright, so what's the plan, guys?
Does somebody want to sneak in? Do we want to bust in?
Who's got ranks and kick doors in?
We can kick a
That's
door
you.
in.
Well, should we try and I'll try and be sneaky. I wasn't having much luck last week, but
It's another week.
it's a new, fresh week. Okay, so I'm going to try and sneak inside.
okay, go ahead and make your stealth check.
They didn't immediately turn to kill me, but I think I didn't make it.
Wow. Well, you might be surprised. I'm always a little bit dumbfounded at the low passive perception of some of these creatures. Just like, really? And then other ones shock me. Like, really, why does a, carrion crawler have a 15 for his passive perception? But this monk over here, the NPC monk, he's got a 10. What? Let's see here.
My Roll20 thing is not working right.
I had to go log in again and do all of that. It needed to reconnect or something.
Yeah, that happens every once in a while. I've noticed in the past day or two, both Discord and Roll20 have had some very bizarre behavior due to overloaded servers. So
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, like yesterday, Discord was telling me that our server was temporarily unavailable. And so when I asked Discord about that, they're like, oh, well, that happens when there's too many people logged into the server. I'm like, well, okay, well, that's not possible because we don't have that many people. So
Right. I made it inside without...
yeah, so you just made it inside, and they don't notice you. So we will put you inside the door here. And do you see? An irregular pit fills the center of this large hall. In the middle of the pit stands an obelisk of glistening black stone. Bleached bones lie scattered near the foot of the obelisk. A smaller stone post in front of the obelisk holds a pair of manacles, which now confines a strange little gnome with gray skin and a bald head that is wearing a ball gag.
Maybe they are just having a party.
It's one of those parties. And then you also see in this room. Dun dun dun. There are 4 cultists and a Black Earth priest. And the Black Earth priest is standing here chanting, and out of the top of this post that the gnome is tied to, you can start to see out of the cracks in this post, black pudding is forming and starting to ooze down the post. That will eventually, as it oozes down, engulf the gnome.
Venom. Okay.
What would you guys like to do? So, Dubis is the only one that is seeing this transpire now. So I guess the question is, you have the option here. You can sneak back out and tell them what's going on, or you can call to action and everybody can rush the room. It's kind of your...
Well, when she went in, did she shut the door behind her or did she leave it open?
That's a good question.
I left it open.
Okay.
Just to
I would assume you did.
So yeah,
Yeah.
anybody who's looking through the slightly cracked door can see all of this transpiring.
I'm going to go ahead and mount my wyvern since it looks like it can fit through the door.
Yeah, these double doors definitely your wyvern can fit through.
Well, with that, I say we just, since the wyvern will go through, I say we just go nuts and attack aggressively, immediately, as opposed to being sneaky, unless people need to get into position. But once the wyvern comes through the door, and there's no more sneaking.
That's true. Yeah, once that wyvern comes through the door, it's going to be time for initiative.
Yeah.
Then I bust through the door on the wyvern to step beside her and I guess roll initiative.
All right, everybody roll an ish.
How deep is the pit?
It is... That's a very good question. It doesn't say, but looking at this, it doesn't seem like this pit is all that deep. I would say it's probably maybe 5 feet deep. I wouldn't say so. I mean, it could be 10 feet deep, but that seems almost too deep. I think it's 5 feet.
It's not like a deadly pit. It's just
No.
a depression in the room.
Right.
Okay.
Let me see here.
I hit a virtual die just to see what happened. Did that actually roll a 20?
Yeah.
Oh. All right then.
Can you guys hear me?
Sure can.
I had to reload the thing. So a black pudding, is that something that like everybody knows what it is, or?
So black pudding is a type of ooze, and it.
My husband ate something called black pudding when he was in Scotland, I think. It's really gross.
That's probably where the name for black pudding came from. It is a type of ooze. It is a large ooze. And
do you know what it can do, or its attack types, or
yeah, you guys would know that a black pudding is oozes in general are pretty common dungeon hazards. You know that it does a corrosive acid type damage.
Ooh, no thanks. All right.
And they're also not very dexterous. Malum, what'd you get on your niche?
Well, I rolled that virtual die and it's told me a nat 20 plus 3.
All right. Onomatopoeia, what did you get?
9.
A 9? Yes, 9. All right. All right. So, Malum, on your wyvern, what would you like to do at this point?
Step just a little closer with the wyvern up to the stairs. I will jump off and do an attack with Malum.
All right. Going after that dirty earth priest. It was basically a temple full of hippies.
13
A
for first attack.
13 misses. Yeah, this priest is wearing
22?
splint. 22 hits.
Uh, 6 damage on that attack.
All right.
third attack. 16.
Miss.
All right. Then the wyvern will do a quick sting attack.
All right.
Ooh. 20.
Yeah, that hits.
DC 15 on the save for the poison.
Nice.
And he rolls a 17.
No poison. 11 damage for the piercing.
All right. Man, you get stung by a wyvern, you know it. That's like, he's got a stinger the size of a short sword. All right, Sun Moon, what would you like to do?
Well, it's a priest look after that rabble rousing the first hits.
He's not, 100%, but he's doing okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move 2, 3, and throw my +1 spear at this jerko.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess a 12, no hitty.
Actually, yes, it does hit.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
So
I mean-
12 points kills him outright.
And then second. I will spend a key point for dodge action or dash action. Sorry.
Okay.
So that I can finish there.
Okay.
I don't have a bonus action left to do flurry at that point, but use the bonus to make the extra distance.
Sure.
Go.
All right. God, has anybody else's allergies been killing them? My eyes started itching yesterday. I started to scratch it, and I swear to God, it felt like there was gravel in my eye.
I was sleeping in
I've
my
had this
porch
problem.
and there was nothing but pollen on it.
Yeah, just a big green
Pretty
cloud. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been fighting a sinus headache all day.
Yeah. All right. So, let's see. That was that cultist. So he is kaput. So this cultist is going to, since you were so kind to move within range, he's going to attack you vehemently, which is pretty much normal behavior for a cultist. So he is going to swing his scimitar at you with a 19 to hit. Does
Sorry,
that?
on Sun Moon?
Yes.
No, 19 does not hit.
Okay.
And then I question his ability to attack me as he seems to be superpositioned on 2 different squares, so he's in a quantum state.
Well,
And probably misses
yeah.
my single superposition.
yeah. Well. Let's see here. This cultist. I would imagine he's probably concerned about Priest Daddy. So he's going to go over here and swing on Mellum. Not 20.
Doesn't hit.
For 9 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And this cultist is really stupid. I mean, he's a cultist, so. Now he's going to run over here and assault the wyvern because he thinks the wyvern is against Scientology.
Is he right? Fair.
And he gets a 13 to hit. I'm pretty sure that does not hit the wyvern.
That is the AC of the wyvern.
Really? I'm a little disappointed in wyverns.
You
Well,
made it.
I think it's because of the size.
That's true. So the wyvern takes 5 points of slashing damage. Woohoo! Look out, Dubiasa or Dubisa.
I will attack. Let's see. Hold on.
So just a heads up, the if you are into feeling really good about yourself, the cultists are like potato chips, and you're not going to be able to kill just one.
Excellent. I'm going to aim for that guy.
Okay.
But since am I too close for my crossbow?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Because I know if you get too close, then it.
I don't.
Although I'm a
I don't
crossbow
believe
expert,
so.
I don't. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're
I
out.
think I'm
You
good.
are outside of 5 feet. I would say you're 10 feet
Yeah.
away. So
Okay. Okay.
now remember, if you,
So
I don't remember if you took the crossbow expert feat.
I did.
Okay, so if you have the crossbow expert feat, the range penalty for point blank range doesn't count. You ignore that. You don't have disadvantage for point blank range.
Sweet. So I've used said crossbow.
All right. You
And
get to add your sneak attack because he does not know you are there. 13 definitely hits.
For 24 points.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
that's-
explodes.
And he expires a lot.
Excellent.
Yeah, your crossbow bolt goes right through his neck, and he just gurgles and drops to the floor and bleeds out within seconds.
What about the guy behind him? Did it go through both of them?
Penetrating crossbow.
No.
Okay. Darn it. I thought I might be testing my luck. I'm going to just attempt to hide.
Okay. So here's another nifty little
I
thing.
was going to attack again.
So here's another nifty little thing, is that Dubisa being a halfling, because she's a halfling, she can pretty much hide while being observed. And I think that's partly because the ability of halflings to move through medium and larger creatures, space and whatnot.
I've noticed, yeah.
Malum, with his rogue abilities, in order for him to make that bonus action hide, he has to go move somewhere where he cannot be seen. So that's something to keep in mind in the future. So you want to use your bonus action to hide? Okay.
Try this again.
Nice.
Wow, yeah.
Okay.
They do not know where you are at, and you get a ninja.
And back in the shadows. The ninja, I love it.
So
Yeah, that's why I never try to hide. It's too difficult for me.
right, yeah. Well, and if you're wearing with your fighter class, you probably have some pretty decent armor, which is going to give you a disadvantage to your stealth checks, anyways.
Well, I have medium armor master, so I don't have that check penalty.
Nice.
But still, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah. What is the priest going to do?
Maybe he'll pray.
Do you have a moment to speak about the Black Earth cult?
I sure do. Tell me more.
Let's see here. Yeah, he'll do that. So, Malum, let's see, this is a 10-foot radius. Malum and the Wyvern need to make a DC 12 DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Net 20 for Malum, and 16 for the Wyvern.
Okay, so you both saved, and so you both will take half damage. There is a loud ringing noise in the air as the Black Earth Priest casts Shatter. So the Wyvern and Malum take 7 points of thunder damage.
Ouch.
And it is Onomatopoeia's turn.
I want to move there, and then am I able to shoot the black pudding without shooting the black earth priest with bolt?
It would be difficult because this is a pretty crowded area. Like right in here is just a mass of people fighting, and that wyvern's not small. If you were to move like to here, you'd be able to hit it.
Okay, I'll do that.
All
I
right.
got enough room. All right.
Yeah, you guys are over here fighting the cultists and the priest. Meanwhile, the Snurfneblin that's tied to the post is shitting his britches.
Does a 16 do anything?
A 16 hits.
There, I have
Okay, cool.
nothing to fight that ooze with.
Woo.
You can pick up the Black Earth Priest by the ankles and beat it with him.
I'm gonna punch it.
Yeah, because I'm not getting that nastiness on my weapons.
I got an 18 for damage. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's all right. So I'm sorry, did you use Guiding Bolt?
Yes, I did.
All right, so the black ooze is now all glowy. Yeah, that's a good one. So the black ooze, anybody who wants to attack until the end of Onomatopoeia's next turn, the black ooze, you have advantage on it. And when you hit it with this guiding bolt, the black ooze kind of stops oozing towards the Snurfneblin, and one of its pseudopods kind of looks up in your direction.
Oh, great.
And it... I mean, if Snurfneblin's pretty small, so it's like, hey, look at this. And it goes over here and starts to ooze up the rocks.
Gross. I have any movement left.
It would be a lot like if you know that green algae that you find in some mud puddles on the street corners. It would be like if you walked past that, except that that green ooze in the puddle starts to ooze up the curb and follow you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that image. Malum, what would you like to do?
Chris, Onomatopoeia asked if she had more movement left. I'm not sure what the count was from her last move.
I am sure that you do. Let's see, you were like back here.
No, that's
about 30 feet.
Never mind.
All right. I thought you would have as well, but I guess not. So, Malum, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and take some more swipes at that priest.
All right.
I'm trying to make a mini for my guy. That's what I'm up to. Sorry, go ahead.
I just thought of something last round. Because it's a new feat, I totally forgot to use it on that Black Earth. I could have done sneak damage on that guy.
Yes, you could have.
But you live, you learn. Ooh, 19?
That hits.
Ah, nice. Let's see. For 9 points.
All right. Yeah, you're starting to get his attention now.
Second attack is 25, which is going to be a hit.
Yep.
For 4 damage.
Every little bit.
Third attack. What was that?
I said every little bit.
Let's see. 14, 20. So third attack hit.
Yep.
Nice.
7 points on the third attack.
Yeah, he is not looking good.
Then the wyvern will attempt to do another sting attack. Hopefully the poison will work this time. That's over 20. Yeah, 24.
So he gets a 19 on his save. Why is it that every
He's
time this guy needs to save, he rolls really good, and then when he rolls to attack, he's anemic?
4.
They're called
8
Constitution.
points of stinger.
I'm sorry, how much was the damage there?
8 points.
Ooh. Yeah, he drops with 8 points. So the wyvern stinger just goes right through his sternum and out the backside, and the wyvern pulls it back and gets like this look on its face, like, Black Earth Priest is down.
Yeah, I'm not going to do any movement, so that'll be the end of mine.
Okay. Sun Moon, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go punchy on the cultist.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. And he crumples to the floor like the mook that he is.
1, 2, 3 to the backside of the black pudding, and flurry of blows
That
on
sounds like
whatever generally appears to be the back end of the black pudding.
The back of it.
that sounds a lot like a euphemism. I'm going to go to the backside of the black pudding.
It's flurried up.
The dragging side as opposed to the pointing side. Like the trailing side.
A black pudding doesn't necessarily have parts, but if I had to guess,
It doesn't have
it would
knees.
be a knee.
So between those two, 14 points damage, I think they both hit.
Yeah, all you got to hit is 7. So 14.
And then, because I'm curious, I'm going to stunning strike it.
All right. Yeah, I don't.
DC 16 whiz save.
Yeah, no, it's not immune to any of that. So, it gets a 11 for its save. So it is
I stunned the pudding. That's another euphemism. He's going to go stun the pudding.
You've stunned the pudding. The pudding is stunned. This cultist is down.
Yes, technically I had advantage, but short of rolling crits, I'd already hit it. So
Yeah. This cultist is down. So the one cultist that's left, it's going to swing on Malum again. For a soft 20.
That does not hit.
Wah, wah. Okay. Dubisa, what would you like to do?
I'm going to move. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's close enough. I'm going to attack that cultist.
All right.
Same old.
nice.
Yeah, so just to see. I like to see how much damage you've actually done because I find it amusing to see how much these guys die. So yeah, negative 12. He is dead.
And then, rather than hide, I'm gonna take a shot at the black pudding.
All right. Go for it.
I can't imagine. Does this like swallow up crossbow bolts, or does it actually make a difference?
So it doesn't have any immunity or resistance or anything like that. So, but I would imagine that if you shoot a pudding with a crossbow bolt, yeah, it's going to be like the sloppy sound as it tears through whatever high-level viscosity that a pudding has.
Right. So that was 25 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's clearly engaged. So, right.
It's like ballistics gel oozing around the floor.
So 10 points of piercing.
Every time I fight it, I always get the image of John Lithgow stabbing a Jello mold from Third Rock from the Sun.
Yes, yes. We're going to make a ton of money by selling the pudding skins. Onomatopoeia, what would you like to do?
I ran out a little bit through the open door, and then I'll do guiding bolt again.
Okay.
Cool. All right. And damage 13.
13 definitely hits. And how much damage?
18 was the hit. 13 was the
18 to
damage.
hit, 13 was damage.
Okay, yeah. Either way. All right. Okay, and did you have anything else you wanted to do?
No, I'm good.
All right. So the black pudding is stunned and can do nothing. I mean, it could mumble to itself, but it can't mumble. So, Malum, what would you like to do? And keep in mind, you have advantage no matter what attacking the pudding.
Because I don't want to get my weapons dirty. What weapon did the cultist that was next to me have?
What weapons
What
did
was
it
he
have?
attacking me with?
He was attacking you with
Yeah,
scimitar. All the
this-
regular cultists have a scimitar, and the Black Earth priest had a glaive.
A what?
The Black Earth
Glaive.
priest was armed with a glaive.
I will pick up the scimitar from the cultist and throw it at the black pudding.
Okay, go ahead and make a improvised weapon attack. So, well, I guess it's not really a thrown weapon, so I'm going to say it's improvised weapon. You're throwing the scimitar, so it's just a d20 plus your dex roll.
17.
That's a hit.
Scimitar's what, D8?
I have it right here. Scimitar is a d6.
Plus strength, right?
It's it would be your
Ranged thrown.
it would be your dex modifier.
7 damage.
All right. Okay, and did you want to do anything else?
I will get on the wyvern, and we will circle over to here.
Okay. All right. Sun Moon, what would you like to do?
Super happy punchy time on the black pudding till my fists are dirty.
All right. Don't
I have
forget,
advantage.
you do have an advantage. Yeah, that's good. So he's going to take 6.
So he's still oozing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's still oozing.
Okay, I'll flurry.
Now, if you're attacking an ooze, how do you know if it's wounds or oozing?
Yeah, missed with the first part of the flurry.
Imagine how much.
Second part of the
Wow.
flurry I hit for 6 points.
Let's see. No, you hit with all of the flurry.
Oh, the 13 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 13 and 26 are both hits, 6 each.
Nice job.
Then I will move back here.
And the last of your flurry of blows kills the pudding.
Oh, go.
Woo.
Bye-bye, pudding.
Is that no? Right? What was tied there that was gonna die?
It was a Snurf Neblin deep gnome. They are common to the Underdark. So are you? So you've got the Snurf Neblin that is gagged and chained to the central post. What would you like to do with him?
Let's ungag him first. I'll do that.
Okay. So you ungag the gnome, and he says, "Oh, thank you, thank you. Those crazy cultists were going to feed me to a summoned black pudding, and you came in just in the nick of time. My name is Rookelmeth Glitterstone. You may call me Rook." He says, "I was exploring through this area, and I was trying to sneak into the Fane of the Eye, but oh my goodness, the cultists captured me when they discovered me. I'm not very good at stealth, you see, and they discovered my presence, and they took me to their leader, Marlos Unrail. You are aware that Marlos is a Medusa, are you not?"
Not.
Onomatopoeia looks up, but no, we were not aware of that.
I are not. No awareness I are.
I was not aware.
He says he lairs in a cavern to the northeast. I haven't seen him for some time. They took me away and they were torturing me for a while and then brought me here to feed me to that despicable pudding. He tells you that the staircase that you discovered on the way here, that's just south of this room, it leads down to an ancient drow temple that has been overrun by the elemental cultists. He says that they have created elemental nodes in the dungeon below, and he speculates that these nodes are the source of the cultist's weird elemental powers.
Do we go down there, or what
So,
do we do?
So I will metagame here and tell you. I mean, it's up to you guys what you want to do, but remember when you came into this temple, and actually continue to have difficulty in this temple in some spaces, the Fane of the Eye down below is more like it would be end game content. So all the mobs down there are going to be red to you. So
Okay.
just a warning. But like I said, you are free. This is a sandbox. You're free to go wherever you want. I'm just giving you a heads up that that you may not be completely ready for the Fane of the Eye just yet.
Well, even if we decide to go down there, I would suggest we clear this floor before proceeding down.
Okay. That sounds good to me. We tell this guy, well, where's he gonna go?
Yeah.
Is he gonna run away?
He can go home. We can tell him go back to the river guard.
A river guard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give him directions on how to get back to Riverguard, you've done a fairly good job of clearing a straight line.
Yeah, a path there.
Right, yeah. And I mean, that path, you have a pathway out of this dungeon that goes underground to the Crushing Wave Temple that then leads directly up to, I mean, all he's got to do is jump in the water and it'll take him directly to Riverguard Keep. So he doesn't even have to jump in the water. There's a number of boats there. So yeah, he thinks that he could easily make his way back.
I say we send him. Yeah.
Me too.
All right. And he thanks you and tells you that he has a number of he was an explorer for speculative mining. So he has contacts in the city of Blingdenstone in the Underdark, and that he may be able to set up some kind of trade deal with Underdark, exotic fungus and gemstones, and possibly even armor and weapons out of the Duergar city of Gracklestug in the Underdark. He might be able to set up some kind of trade deal dealing with Riverguard Keep or the town of Salmonvale.
Made a good friend today. That's cool.
Well, I like to repay my debts, and you saved my life.
Can you mark on the map where that first cultist I hit with my spear is? I think it was in this vicinity.
Yeah. Are you
Where
looking
I'm
to
at.
retrieve your spear? Yeah, you don't have a problem retrieving it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the vervin's sitting on his head or not, but I wanted to get my +1 spear back.
Yeah, you get your. Yeah, you don't have a
Okay.
problem with that. So the other. Let me see if there's anything else. Man, it doesn't look like these guys had a whole lot. You know, if I was a Black Earth cultist, I'd be kind of pissed off. These guys evidently make less than minimum wage.
They just get tips.
Yeah, they just work for tips. Yeah. So, in lieu of that, off
Should
of the
we short
4.
rest in this torture room, or how are people's resources?
So off
I'm
of the
good.
4 cultists, you are able to get a total of 16 gold pieces,
Each or
and
total?
total. And off of the priest, you find 8 platinum pieces.
They
I
are
have not been keeping track.
I've been putting the last couple bits in the notes section I've got.
Okay, because I've not been writing anything down at all.
What was the Snurflegust's name?
The Snurfleblin, his name is, you can call him Rook, Rukh.
I'm not taking long notes, just very brief notes.
Yes.
But I kept writing things down on scraps of paper, and then I realized that yesterday, in a flurry of productivity, I cleaned off my desk.
Down with productivity, I say.
I decluttered all my treasure. Sadly, I know there's some jewelry in there somewhere.
I've been keeping track of a little bit of stuff, but not any unless it's like long-term game changer stuff.
Right, for sure. I always tell myself I'm going to take copious notes, and then I see something shiny and forget.
I just took shiny notes, that's all.
Okay. So where would you guys like to go from here?
north.
Yeah, northeast.
Right. Were you guys? I'm sorry. You guys were thinking about doing a short rest. Is
No,
that?
they're fine.
I wouldn't mind doing just at least a short rest to do 1 or 2 D rolls. I'm down to like, I'm down a couple hit die.
Okay, cool.
I'm good for that. I could use some key points and 1 hit die as well. I didn't want to force the issue, but if our spellcasters were good, it's on the edge. So yeah, 1 hour we can lock the door and have your Vervin sit on it.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and spend your hit die and recover any key points. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back.
That's good enough. Cool.
Okay. God, every time I walk past my game room, I'm like, I miss my game room. All right. So We're
Give you guys a heads up. My wife will be here in 4 weeks, so I'll miss 1 weekend. But after that, she might be joining us for a game.
awesome.
Cool.
Definitely love hearing that. So
Yeah, we finally got the car rental, everything set in stone, so she will be here.
nice.
Happy for you. Right on.
Is she moving home permanently or?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
After 18 months of being apart,
Nice.
Wow, that's gonna be great.
So, how would you guys like to do this? So, to the north out of here, you have a passage that goes north and then hangs a left to go west. And then you have a passage that goes to the east.
I would say east because the you need to go northeast. So if we use the north tunnel that heads to the west, we're kind of going in the wrong direction. East
All right.
at least takes us
Okay.
well, if you guys don't
somewhat in
mind,
the right way.
I will do a stealth walk down that way just to see what I can see.
Okay.
21 on stealth.
All right. So you sneak your way down the hallway, and you find that there are a set of double doors going into a room to the north, and then you find a door going to the east, and you find a passageway going south.
Which I'm going to assume wraps back around to where we already had been.
More than likely.
Continue walking down to check to make sure that those two connect. Because
So
I had circled that way earlier.
So yeah, the room to the south. In the room to the south, out of that, you're right. There is a passage that you've already been down. There is this room also has one additional passage that goes to the east. 3 hallways meet at this room. An alcove in the middle of the west hall holds a 10-foot tall statue depicting a crude humanoid form composed of earth, boulders, and sharp crystals. One massive rocky fist is raised above its blunt head. Shattered rubble from an older statue lies heaped around the pedestal in which the figure stands. And that statue is right here.
Now, I will go back and relay that to the party.
All right.
Hey, Chris, this is Kerry. Is it still time for me? Okay for me to join?
Yeah, we could toss you right into the mix.
We just didn't notice he's still there with us.
I was in the back corner taking a nap through all that.
Yes. I'll just pop you in right there.
Thank you much.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was listening on Twitch, so I know where we're at.
Nice.
No,
Cool.
nice.
Yeah, the audio
I mean,
is
technically,
so much
you
better.
haven't gone anywhere, so he's still right there.
Yeah, you've only missed one fight, so.
Barry's always been a bit of a lurker.
I sit in the back
like,
and mumble to myself.
He's like, I don't need to get involved. I'm just going to look over some stuff.
Yeah, it handled pretty good. So
Brush up on the player's handbook while everybody else fights.
That was a short rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's one thing he could do to catch up his points. Cause
Yeah, so if you were down any hit points, you can spend hit dice to get back hit points. I think there might be one meta magic
I'm
feat
full
that
up.
sorcerers can take that can get back some of their spell slots. Usually that's a wizard thing, though.
Yeah, mine's for hit die. Total 8.
where to?
Yeah, so out of here, your obvious exits are the double doors to the north and a single door to the east.
One braver than me. Make a decision.
should we pick up the up the other hallway just to take a look down that way to see where it leads to?
Yeah.
Before we take off, I'd like to cast a spell on 3 people.
All right.
Just take a quick look.
Okay, Sun Moon, Onomatopoeia, what type of character is yours?
Eric. Eric did it. Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on Sun Moon, Divyasa, and
Yay. Thank you.
Love spell. Watch out.
Refuse.
Ugh.
Actually, I already have 13 temp hit points. So you can give them to Onomatopoeia till we long rest. I'll be good.
okay, that sounds perfect. So this is Bear's Endurance, and it's advantage on Constitution checks and gains 2d6 temporary hit points.
I've never had temporary hit points before.
They're basically a blood shield. Any damage comes off your temp hit points first.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
They're extremely popular with vampires.
And I'm done.
So you go up and you check out this room to the northwest. So this room, 4 massive square columns support the ceiling of this ancient hall. Passages lead out to the northwest and southeast. In the middle of the hall stands a 10-foot statue of a stern dwarf warrior with spiked balls instead of hands. It is moving. You are aware that this is a stone golem, and it is alive and active. It has not noticed. It has not noticed Malum. Because it has crap for its passive perception. But it is clearly patrolling this room, and it is guarding. It's clear that in its patrols, it is guarding this passageway that leads out to the northwest.
I don't think we're tough enough for this, personally.
Yeah, even with your magic weapons, stone golems are really tough.
Inventory taken. We can leave.
Yeah, noted.
Discord dropped me. What was that? I caught stone pillars and lost it after that.
So there's a stone golem guarding this ancient room, and its patrol pattern is clear that it is guarding the passageway leading out of the Temple of the Black Earth to the northwest.
How are you guys feeling about the golem? Think he's a threat?
I'd like to go the other way.
For now.
For now. I think that we've already, or at least the gnome said northeast and the golems to the west. So let's push northeast because I think that's where the leader is in that direction. And then we can always come back and attack the golem later.
Malum, make a history check.
And does this look like the same kind of golem that was in the bottom of the pool?
It looks very similar. It's a different type of statue, but its movements and its creation appear to have been to have a similar make and design. Yes.
Then I will definitely agree with let's not mess with this guy because I already been there, done that.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and make your history check.
History is at 16.
So you, with your history and doing some minor geographical mental gymnastics, you are able to guess at that this passage that leads out of here to the northwest that this golem is guarding very likely goes to another elemental temple.
Okay.
All connected together. Creepy.
Well, we
We know about
established all
the tunnel from
of them are
Riverguard.
connected.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about all of them being connected, even though that seems kind of obvious now in hindsight.
Well, I think one of the people when we the first temple that we took out told us that they were all connected through the underground.
Yeah, this is all. There was a massive dwarven citadel under the Desserin Valley, and each of these temples has taken up one corner of this. So, with your history check, you are able to determine that not only does this passage likely lead to another elemental temple, you would guess, since you have already cleared out air and water and you are currently in earth, your guess would be that that passage leads us to the temple of elemental fire.
Oh, now we know where it is. Sure.
I have resistance to fire. Let's go.
Do you have resistance to? Do you have resistance to stone golem bitch slap?
No, that's why I brought these fools.
Right, he brought
I
meat
took
shields.
resistance to lava and only lava.
The floor is lava.
The last time we tried to fight one of these golems, you guys weren't with us, but Anamana was. We hit that thing 3 times. It laughed at us and we ran.
Yeah,
We're
I
so
think that
bad.
was a smart
Yeah.
move then too.
yeah. It
Yeah,
kind of flicked the druid around a little bit, and then you guys were like, "Okay, we're leaving. That's enough of that."
To the east.
We found,
East. Let's
yeah,
go east.
we had
All
found
right.
a big pool. Yeah, we found a pool and we drained it, and he was wandering around on the bottom. We were like, we can take him. Didn't even
Oh, no, we
phase.
didn't.
Well, but you guys have some more magical weaponry now, so I mean, a lot of it you would be able to do a little bit more damage to them, because before you were all using just regular blades, no adamantine, no magic. So yeah, he laughed at you. You'd probably be a little bit more of a serious threat now. So door to the east or double doors to the north.
Your guys'
Some-
bit?
I think double doors.
Okay.
Someone go stick their ear next to it.
I'll do that.
It sounds like screaming.
Last
More.
one sounded like a ball gag.
Well, you know, screaming ball gag.
Okay,
Whatever.
I'm gonna try and stuff the door.
Okay, go ahead and make your perception check.
Wait, I
Um,
did a stuff. You need perception instead. Okay. If I can do that.
well, you don't need to make a perception check because you hear nothing coming from the other side.
Game.
You hear- You hear
look
silence
inside?
and the sound of, like, wind.
Okay.
Well, while
I
she's
must find
listening
that more
to that door,
interesting.
I'll go ahead and go down there and do a perception through this door just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
Just to make sure he's going to try to sneak up on us. 15?
So on your 15, you can hear on the other side of the door the sounds of conversation, and you can also smell what smells like it smells like somebody's cooking in there. It smells like somebody's cooking some beef or something.
Then I will definitely go back and relay the info.
We've got kitchens and an allegedly empty cavern to choose from. Or theoretically kitchens. Or very intricate torture. And an empty cavern.
Did we verify the empty cavern before we go get dinner?
I don't think I've gone in yet. I would like to actually go inside a room that seems empty.
Okay. Okay.
What do you need for me to do that?
So, are you just walking in? Or are you going to be sneaky?
I would like to sneak. I tried to sneak earlier, but I don't think I was clear on my intention, so I will re-sneak.
Okay.
Of course, I had previously snuck at an 18, so now I'll probably re-sneak at a 3.
No, that's pretty good. All right. So
The virtual die are giving you love.
I know, right? Everybody else, when they use the virtual die, well, a lot of the other players, Jeff doesn't seem to do too bad, but a lot of my other players are like, the virtual die hate them. They're like, no. Well, like my last night's game, they're like, no, screw this. We're going to go back to using our regular dice. I'm like, yeah, that's probably for the best because these are dismal. This cavern has formations of flowstone, stalagmites, and stalactites everywhere. A stone building is anchored in the north wall, and a stone door stands in a masonry wall to the south. A natural gap in the cavern wall to the east reveals a chasm beyond. Numerous lifelike statues have been arranged among the rock formations. The statues depict creatures in poses suggesting shock, fear, or agony.
Oh no.
Turn to a stone. That's what really a Medusa. Okay. I think we're getting close.
How tough's a Medusa? Are we ready for this, or?
I don't know where else we go to hide to be with. Cue Disney training sequence. Weightlifting. They're in the cavern before we face them.
We have to sing a song.
Right? Some sort of going the distance.
I'll play the Rocky theme on the Yaz flute.
Yes. Excellent. And I'll do deadlift. Okay, here we go. We're getting ready.
I'll bring the cowbell.
Okay, so we have Medusa victims scattered around. But I don't know what do you guys think? Because if we go west, there's a thing where we don't think we can take. If we go north,
so yeah, out of this room,
everything indicates there's something we can't take. We go downstairs, there's stuff we can't handle.
so you can see in this room that there's an obvious room that has been carved out of the rock to the north, and there is a door to the north.
But with all of these stone Medusa-like victims, I don't really want to go knocking on that door.
Well, you do have a 28 to your stealth.
Will that maintain so I can go peek? Or do I have to roll again?
No, that would maintain. You are hidden.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Alright. Okay, I would like to perceive at this door.
Okay.
But not open it.
But you don't hear anything on the other side of the door.
I don't want to open it. So I'm going to go back to my party.
But make your perception check anyways.
Anyway, okay. This is okay. I do.
Oof. So when you are checking out what's possibly going on behind this door,
Okay.
out of the corner of your eye, you see a shadow move.
Okay. What direction? Okay. Ooh.
and you see this shadow has it is a shadow of a bipedal being, humanoid shape with arms, but its lower torso, the shadow fades off and it appears like it's floating in a wispy manner. Its head has long horns and it has two black shadowy wings.
Charming.
Listen.
All right.
Smell
But
something?
it doesn't see me,
You what?
right?
It does
It
not
doesn't
see
me,
you,
right?
no. It does not see you.
Okay. Sneak, 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 sneak. And relay that, and also that there is at least one shadow demon. There's an interesting room that might be worth inspecting, but there's a shadow demon between us and it.
Just one, though.
At least one. I only saw one. I don't know if they're solitary creatures or not.
If I am, or leave.
I have not
Yeah, I
messed
think-
with the shadow demon, so does anybody else
Yeah.
have any idea or capability of hitting a shadow?
Shouldn't be hard to hit. Question is if we can harm it.
I have magic missile.
Attack
do.
the darkness.
That's
You
right.
have gray eyes.
Were any of the statues girls?
Are there any girl statues here? You're not there. You're in the other room.
Where are the Cheetos?
I have a +5 dagger versus shadow demons.
I got a big lighter.
Yeah,
We have a cleric.
that's true.
Cleric, go cleric.
I say let's go smack it around.
All right.
Hey,
So
Do we want to go in and try and get rid of it? Is that what we're talking about?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's what's happening.
You make it glowy, glowy, and then we have a better chance at fighting.
Did I see it though, or does she have to come tell me? What's
So
going
she
on
came back and told you guys
about the demon?
about the shadow demon.
Okay. If I can see it, let me see where I am here. Where was it about? It's back where we're doing it.
When she
Or-
came back out, and did you
Oh,
shut the door,
There's an icon
Devisa?
for it. No.
So when you snuck back out, Devisa, did you shut the door?
No.
No?
Okay, so it's right in my line of
I'm
sight.
not
I was
good at
just
that.
looking
I get in trouble all the time. I don't close doors behind me.
Okay. So she tells you that she
Consider it a
originally
flaw.
saw it up here. When you look through the door, it has moved. You can clearly see this shadow demon moving about the room.
Okay,
Make
I will hit.
make
sorry, go ahead.
a well, yeah. It has not noticed that the door is open.
Okay, so I could do guiding bolt as a second level spell. I'll try that.
Sure. I will allow you to sneak attack it or surprise attack it.
Surprise attack give me advantage or something else?
It does give you advantage.
Okay, I'll roll again. All right. Well, I got 12 and 7. That didn't go very well.
So you
Okay.
miss with the guiding bolt, and the shadow demon sees that because it's a bolt of pure radiance, so it's hard to miss that in a dark cavern. And the shadow demon immediately looks at the door and is aware of you guys. Everybody roll initiative.
Had to be of service, everyone.
Got things started.
Well, exactly. We were going to have to battle it one way or another. So
Oh man.
And what'd you
Just
get,
go,
Melon?
Sorry, wrong house, and shut the door.
yeah. Never mind.
Find Devisa. We just follow the open doors.
Yeah.
Right.
I get in trouble. I always forget to turn off the lights. I always forget to close the door.
She was a halfling that was born in a barn.
What
I'm
a
sorry.
halfling was doing in a bar and no one knows.
What'd you get, Mellum?
16.
Okay. All right, Sun Moon. What would you like to do?
I'll move up 9 squares. Punch it.
All
Shadow
right.
boxing.
And then, because no one else will be here very soon, well, I'll just do my normal. I'm going to move 1 square back because he can't hit me.
Okay. All right. So the Shadow Demon.
So the Shadow Demon he says,
The halfling monk walks into a room, and the Shadow Demon says, "Um,
I'm like looking
How's
over my shoulder like, guys, where'd you go?
he's
the
going
lighting
to
in this?
he is going to make his he's going to take a 5-foot step and make a claw attack on you."
Okay.
And miss with a 13.
So I do have immunity to claws.
And then shit. He attempts to stealth, but he doesn't do a very good job of it. And you guys all still see him.
Failed shadow school.
Yeah, he goes to make his stealth check and rolls a 2, and he has a +7, so that's just not going to cut
It's
it.
the worst shadow in shadow school.
Yes. He summoned the worst shadow demon possible. Malum, what would you like to do?
Oh, what's the lighting like in the?
It's dark.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out one of my torches from my bag.
Okay.
I'm a 6. I'll light that thing up. I will run in to say here, and I will throw the torch underneath the basically just kind of toss the torch at its feet to see if maybe the fire might do something, and at the very
Okay.
least light up the area.
So go ahead and make a improvised weapon check. So it's if you're throwing the torch under it, make a d20 roll plus your dex modifier.
11.
Okay, so we're gonna say lands like here.
So I wasn't necessarily trying to hit it, but just kind of toss it at its feet, just kind of throw it down.
Right. But that is enough. So you don't get it under its feet. You get it. You toss it and it goes a little bit further, and it lands up here. But it's still enough that it is within the bright light 20-foot radius of this torch. And as soon as this bright light lights up where the shadow demon is, you see it kind of recoil in that bright light. It now has disadvantage on attack rolls as well as on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight.
All right, and then I will have the wyvern circle around behind and attempt to do a finger attack.
All right.
Now, Chris, isn't a torch 20-foot radius? So it'd be bigger than that?
It's 20-foot radius for it is 20-foot radius for bright light and an additional 20 feet for dim light.
Right. You've got it at
Oh,
10.
that's only 10. Yeah.
I say that as a person who needs to be able to see, which is nice. So I'd like as much as I can get.
Probably more like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's close enough. What did the wyvern get?
Wyvern got a 15 for a stinger.
Yep, that hits.
Nice.
It
And I don't
is.
know if.
It is, however, immune to poison.
Alright, so let's see. 10.
And it has
14.
it has resistance to piercing damage, so it will take half of the wyvern's stinger attack.
14, so 7 total.
Okay. All right.
It's my
Zarm,
turn.
what would you like to do?
All right, I'll step in the door. And I'll be casting Fireball. I'm going to toss it like I do when I bowl. I'll be aiming to knock these 2 pins down. And just like every time it'll go
Going
right
for
through
the
the
split.
Aw.
That's a
I
four
think
split, 6 split, buddy.
I think I
Oops.
just deleted myself.
Yeah.
Let me find you here.
There you go.
All right. So, Firebolt misses with a 10. I'm not seeing where it's saying that there's a crit.
Yeah, how's a 10 a crit?
Yeah, I don't
Is
know.
that for damage?
Yeah, because a 10 misses.
I'm not sure that. Yeah, the 3 is green. Weird.
Yeah, it's very strange. Huh. So your Firebolt misses. Did you have anything that you want to do with a bonus action?
No, that's all I've got right now.
All right. Dubisa.
I'm going to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go right there. And then I'm going to. Well, it doesn't have piercing. Well, it's resistance piercing. But anyway, I'm going to hit it with a crossbow.
Okay.
Crossbow.
So is your crossbow or your ammunition magical?
Sadly, no. So
Okay.
I'd like to sign up for that if I can.
So it will take half damage from your crossbow. But hey,
But-
any little bit helps.
It'll take half damage from everything I've got because I don't have any magical weapons.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
Nice.
I did 25.
Nice, yeah, that gets him. So let's see here. 5 points of piercing, and he will take 7 points of your sneak attack.
And then, as of right now, we don't see anybody else. I mean, it's dark, so maybe we can't. But we don't see any other companion demons or
No.
anything like that.
Nope, this is the
Okay,
only.
then I'd like to. I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay, so you're gonna forego your stealth.
Yeah.
Okay, that hits.
And that's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits him. Do it.
So 11.
Well, you wouldn't get the second sneak attack. You'd just be half of 8.
Right.
Okay, so fine, 4.
Still
All right.
better than 0.
Yes.
I didn't do it.
Sure.
Whittle him down. Did we skip onomatopoeia somehow?
Yeah, I guess you did, because I got a 10.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
cast Guiding Bolt.
All right.
Let's see. Hey,
Nice.
He will take double damage if you hit him. And you hit him.
Yes!
so 19 damage.
Yay for clerics.
Double?
Double 19.
38.
38.
38.
Yes.
38. Yes!
Cool.
Get him on with the
Yeah, that really messed him up, and he is all glowy now. All attacks against him will be made with advantage. And
Well
as far
done.
as demons go, he is looking really bad. Sun Moon, what would you like to do?
Well, change to my +1 spear.
All right. Yep, that hits.
But because I have advantage, I have a chance of rolling a 20.
25 still hits.
Yeah.
So 11 points, and you stab this shadow demon in its black wispy heart and kill it.
Hey.
Yay. We attacked the darkness and won.
That's right. We did.
So now that you guys are in the room all together, you can definitely tell that these are not statues. They are too lifelike and real to actually be statues. You are thoroughly convinced that these are, in reality, petrified humanoids. And like I said, they are all in varying states of shock, fear, and agony.
Is all
While
their
we're
gear
looking-
stone as well, or is it like stone hand holding a
No,
sword?
it's all stone.
Eh.
Are they
Since
like?
we're-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, since we're looking around, I'll pick up my torch to wander around with it so we can get a better look at stuff.
Okay. So yeah, you wander around and look at stuff, and so this cavern over here to the east, this this room, there is a natural cliff here. Make anybody who's going to look over that cliff, go ahead and make a perception check. No, you don't see it.
What's the height of that chasm area?
It is deep and it is very, very dark. But Dubisa, you look over the edge of the cliff and you can just make out that there is a narrow 4-foot wide trail that goes from the far side of this cavern to a ledge on the other side.
I will do with my torch. I will do a quick flyby with the wyvern just to see what I see all the way around to like over here.
Okay, so
Do a quick circle.
you are able to see that that trail leads to a stone wall right here. And on the other side, you see that this chasm continues on, and you can make out the gargoyles that you guys saw when you first entered the Temple of the Black Earth.
All right. Well, I will land back and convey the info of my surveillance.
Are the statues? Is there any way to help those people, or are they just totally dead?
So technically, if you were to cast Stone to Flesh, or I'm not sure that correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. Do you think a Greater Restoration would fix petrification?
I don't know, as we haven't in any of my other plays had a reason to go look at that.
Let me see what it says. If
A
there, if
debilitating
anything.
effect. Charmed or petrified.
Oh, well, greater restoration would fix it.
Yep.
Okay, I believe I do have that. Let's see what level that one is. So I get
What about dispel magic?
No. Yeah, petrification's a weird one. It's almost. It's more than just a condition. It's like a mix of a condition and a curse all in one kind of thing. So dispel, they're not actually under the effects of a spell. It's like the spell had its effect, and this is the result. It would be like throwing a
Makes sense.
fireball and the wood house catching on fire. The house is no longer under a magical effect. It's just on fire.
Since we already know we're gonna deal with the Medusa, does anybody have any historical or any sort of knowledge on if we kill the Medusa, will it reverse the effect in that step?
No, it will not.
okay. Well, it looks like I should be able to cast Greater Restoration.
Okay.
I believe I can go ahead and do
Which
that.
statue should you pick first?
Yeah, because the greater restoration is going to be on each individual's target, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 statues.
Please,
Oh no, I'm sorry, 6, 7, 8 statues.
everyone vote. Vote for your favorite statue idol for me to
My vote would be
first.
which one looks like it's most going to be able to get back on its own.
Which one's the
Out of
most
there.
attractive?
Go ahead. Everybody make investigation checks.
Pick the
I
hot
would
one.
say whichever one. I would say whichever one looked like might be a nether cleric that can also cast greater
Yeah.
restoration.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Heal
So
the healer so they can heal more.
Zarman Dubisa and Onomatopoeia, on your investigation checks, you can check out all of these statues, and because they are so incredibly lifelike, you determine that the first thing you determine is that these 3 are beyond saving. They've been chipped, and if you were to cast
So
greater
sad.
restoration on them, they would turn back into whatever people they were, and then profusely bleed out. Well,
Be like
but-
Sigourney Weaver.
but-
Kill me.
Yeah, but all of the statues, you are seeing that they are all wearing what appears to be the same garb as the cultists that you found in the temple.
Oh well, who cares then, right?
So
Like, misbehaved
it's up to you
cultists?
if you want to blow a spell slot on saving these D-bags.
I don't.
This
Never
is
mind.
the HR punishment. This is where you come
I
up. with
Yes.
Do we want to bring one back after tying it up so we can question it?
I would like to use
I
my
kinda was
forgery
thinking about
kit
breaking
to
somebody's
draw
arm off for a
mustaches.
backtrack.
All of them. So, that's what I'm going to do.
Extra nose picker.
So what do you want to do?
Sorry. Go ahead, Billy.
Oh, I was just saying I was going to break one of their arms off for a back scratcher.
What did you want to do on Onomatopoeia?
I was using my forgery kit to draw mustaches on each one.
Nice.
So, 'cause I don't know what to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have a door to the north leading to a room that is carved out of the cavern wall.
It's like the place
That's
to
the
be.
way. Yeah, that's
If
the
I
way to
open the
get
door, it will be
the path. Who's going through first? I listened to the door and didn't hear anything.
Right.
I'll do a stealth check on it. I haven't snuck through a door in a minute. 16 to stealthily open the door and peek inside.
Okay, so you see that this sumptuously appointed chamber features tapestries of gold and brown, a huge bed covered in pillows, fine mahogany furniture with crimson cushions, and lovely art objects including sculptures, busts, and urns. An arrow slit faces toward a chasm to the east.
And nothing moving?
Nothing moving.
I'll walk in and start poking around, seeing stuff.
Make an investigation check.
19?
So the first thing that you notice with your 19 investigation check is that this arrow slit is actually a secret door
Ooh.
that will open up, and it connects to the passage along the chasm wall.
Good to know.
Are the rest of you going to be rifling through this room?
Yes,
I will be
please.
rifling.
So you find that in the urns that are scattered about the room, that there are 1,100 silver pieces. Well, let me type it out. So there are 1,100 silver pieces, 130 platinum pieces, a tapestry of a flying dragon that is worth 400 gold pieces, but quite heavy.
We have a bag of holding.
I don't think you guys have picked one of those up yet, have you?
Oh, is that
No, we
Sunday?
haven't.
I think that was Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's
Yeah,
game has a...
this game we haven't seen one yet.
There's a carved leer worth 250 gold pieces.
How big is the tapestry?
It's like an 8x5.
I'll go ahead and take and roll that up and attach it to the saddle on the wyvern.
Okay, yeah, that would work. There's an embroidered silk robe worth 80 gold pieces. And last but not least, on a instead of a mannequin, it is a statue of some cultist. Draped over it is a suit of elven chain.
Take that. Or who can wear it?
Wait, what was that?
Golden chain?
Is that a chain shirt or chain mail?
I believe it is chain mail. Wrong, but
Yeah, no chainmail for me.
let me take a look. It's an elven chain half shirt with the sleeves cut off to show your muscles.
And it comes up like 4 inches above your belly button.
Yes.
Would be the right fit for me.
Oh no, it is a chain shirt. Plus
Elven
one.
chain halter top.
Yes, it is an elven chain halter top shirt. Plus 1 bonus to armor class. You are considered proficient with this armor, even if you lack proficiency with medium armor.
Oh,
Needs
Do
armor.
its
can
halter top.
I have my AC is 13.
I take it.
I would like if no one is lower than 13, I would like to take it.
Yep.
I'm higher up than
By
that.
all means.
Since it's a shirt, it won't impact my like stealth or anything like that, right? Or will it? I don't want disadvantage.
It's a medium, so I don't think that medium armor impacts your stealth, does it? I don't believe it does. Let me-
Yes.
This one doesn't. No.
I don't know. Since I'm little and it might, I don't know. I just want to make sure before I put it on.
No, chain shirt does not have any detriment to your. So a chain shirt would have a armor class of 13 plus your dexterity modifier but the maximum dexterity modifier is 2, and then there's plus 1 on top of that. So what's your dex mod?
Plus 3.
So it would be 13 plus 2, so 15 plus 1, so you would have a armor class of 16.
Nice.
Nice.
Upgrades.
Come at me, bullets. Go ahead and try to chew on me again.
What's the
Bad
info on the
bullet?
Silk Road?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What's the information on the Silk Road?
It is just a very finely appointed silk robe. It is not magical in any way.
Girl,
Has the worst outfit.
I don't think I'm wearing much of anything.
It's basically, you basically found like a Hugh Hefner smoking jacket.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. If nobody else wants it.
Yeah, Zerm's like,
We'll go
I'm
for it,
wearing
yeah.
this.
We go down the trail
Oh.
then? Let's do it.
Do it.
Excited.
What? For reference, what was the name of the person that we're supposed to take out in the Temple of Earth that's controlling it?
So yeah, so you are able to determine that this looks like the private chambers of Marlos Unrail, who is the leader of the Black Earth cult. However, Marlos is nowhere to be found.
Okay.
And you have not found any information on who the second in command may be. Although I can give you a hint that you have met them. So whenever what you've learned since you dealt with the Crushing Wave Temple is that whenever one of these guys, so what happened was you guys bum rushed the Temple of the Howling Hatred, and you confronted the leader of the Howling Hatred, and you killed her. And she was a elven high elf woman named Arisi Kalanoth, and Arisi got her ass beat thoroughly, and that information spread. And so all what you've determined is that the leaders of these other earth cults, or excuse me, these other elemental cults have fled. You do know that the leader of the Crushing Wave fled to someplace called the Fane of the Eye. You can make the assumption that Marlos has done the same thing. But when they do that, in the case of the Crushing Wave, he left two people in charge, and one was that sea hag, and the other was a low tier cultist. And when you put those two down, that effectively crushed the cult of the Crushing Wave. You can make the assumption that a similar situation is active here. That there is a second and third lieutenant that are giving orders around this temple.
Is there any paperwork in this room?
No.
Yeah, the other reason why I was asking for the name was I remember the Jinn said once we got rid of that person, they would help. He would make some stuff for my wyvern. And I was taking that note down.
Right. So, of your most likely candidate, I can tell you the most likely candidate for the second in charge that you have seen was a mage that you found early on when you came in and decided to leave that room and not disrupt what they were doing. There was a mage named Mirage Vizan. Is probably the most likely candidate to be a second in command.
And didn't someone in the prison room say, or no, that was talking about the other prisoner was bat crazy, not
Right.
Mirage.
Right.
I want to stand on the bed and scrawl on the wall, cult over, go home.
Okay.
I like it.
You were to cease all cult activities. We're done here.
Cease and desist, all nefarious. Knock off all that evil.
So this trail that goes around the edge of the chasm goes to a passageway to the southeast that you have not been down yet.
Let's do it.
All right.
over here.
Dun, 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 dun. Going gently. Here we go.
All right. So,
Uh,
Dubisa, do you want to make a stealth check?
I will make a stealth check.
I'm gonna circle around to the outside and take flight with the wyvern over the chasm as they make their way down the trail.
Okay.
How come I can't sneak when I need to sneak?
So you
I
have
can sneak when it's not that important.
an 11.
Sneaking past blind creatures, I'll get a 20. If I have to be sneaky, it's 11. Awesome.
So you sneak into this southeast passage, and it kind of curls around and goes directly south. And you can see that there's no door here, but it goes in directly into a room, and you can see that when you first came into the temple, this is one of the arrow slits that overlooked the entrance chamber. But there's nobody manning that arrow slit. But make a perception check. In fact, you make the perception check with advantage. Yeah. So you can hear that there is conversation coming from beyond this room, coming from in here. And in fact, oh, derp. There we go. There are 3 people in this room.
Okay.
2 Black Earth guards and a Stonemelder.
Okay. So I, through creative hand gestures, indicate that to the team.
Oh,
Creative hand gestures. I can only imagine how that comes out. A large pile of rubble from a partially collapsed wall fills the southeastern corner of this guard room, while a narrow fissure mars the wall to the north. Despite these failings, the room serves as a barracks and guard room. 4 plain wooden bunks are arrayed around the room, each with a small footlocker. At the back of the alcove in the northwest wall is an arrow slit. You, with your perception check, you listen to their conversation, and you are able to determine that the Stonemelder is a woman named Yarsha, and there are 2 Black Earth guardsmen in here with her. With your 22, your understanding of their conversation is that Yarsha appears to be a low-level lieutenant that has been placed in the precarious position as being 3rd in command of the temple. And you're aware from the conversation she's having with these guardsmen that she thinks that Mirage Vizan is a subpar tool, and that she should be directly in command of the temple.
She's tired of mansplaining. I get it. Get it.
We should tell them about the message on the dude's bedroom wall.
Did you guys see? We're supposed to go home.
He says that the cult is over. You should all go home.
she should go start her own cult. That's what I think. Let's encourage her.
A fuzzy bunny cult. Okay.
Great. That's what we need is more furs.
So,
Elemental plane of fuzzy bunnies is terrifying.
it's like triples. Okay. Well, folks,
Did,
what do we do now?
did I ever tell you the story about the kid that thought he was gay because he loved werewolves?
What?
So a friend of mine's son, he was like, I'm not sure exactly how old, but somewhere between the ages of 7 and 9. He tells his dad that he has discovered that he's gay. And his dad says, "Oh, really? How do you know you're gay?" And the kid says, "Because I love werewolves." And despite the proclamation that, well, not all werewolves are gay, he insists that this means that he is gay because he loves werewolves. And so there has been a flurry of furry jokes that have gone on. We're like, well, your kid's a furry, so.
And did anybody explain to the kids that not all werewolves are guys?
That was attempted to be explained as well. He's not having any of it. So, I don't know what that means. I am suspecting there's a lot of confusion going on.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm
All right.
curious, how bright is this tunnel in this room?
So this room down here is filled with torchlight. There's torches in the sconces, small lanterns next to each of the beds. There's at least 2 of them that are lit, but there are torches in here. So this room can be considered bright light. The arrow slit alcove is shadowed. So Dubisa or anybody else that makes a stealth check in the arrow slit alcove can make it with advantage. But
I
So you have
would
to
do-
come
I need
hide
to.
in the corner with me?
I
Oh,
So Debisa got an 11. Ooh.
it's
So
not with advantage. So do I get to roll again?
well,
Because I made it to the alcove?
so when you come into the room, before you can get to the alcove, because you have to go from here to here, these guys, all of them with their passive perception of 12, see you. So everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
uh, before that happens, I will have dismounted the wyvern on the ledge and
Okay.
directed the wyvern to go back to this ledge and wait till just like sit, stay, wait, stay, wait, wyvern.
Okay.
Because I don't think the wyvern will fit down that passage. It
No.
might be able to, but it looks like a very tight fit.
Right. Wow.
Like Richard Gere's gerbil.
These guys have the dexterity of potatoes.
And Anish.
Yep.
Ugh. Uh, 12.
Okay. All right. Between Sun Moon and Dubisa, which one of you wants to go first? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Between Dubisa and Malum, which one of you wants to go first?
Well, will Malin be in
Either
the
way.
room when he starts? Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, probably Dubisa, due to her position, would go first.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the back because I had to deal with the wyvern.
All right. Sun Moon, what would you like to do?
1, 2, 3, 4. Super happy punchy time on that guy.
All right.
Well, super happy spear time on that guy.
Yeah, that smarts.
Does he take it?
He takes it.
Then I'll flurry.
Okay. Hit. Hit.
still up?
He is still up.
And I'm
And
small,
runaway.
so getting through the corridor won't be difficult.
That's
so.
true. That's true. All right. Dubisa, what would you like to do?
I'm going to hit that guy
Okay,
with my crossbow.
go for it.
Okay, I shall.
Yep, that is a hit for 5 points of piercing. You do not get sneak attack.
Right, and then I'm going to hide.
Okay, go ahead and make your.
And I'm going to hide in the alcove. So now do I get to roll
Now you would
stealth with
get
advantage?
stealth with advantage,
Because
correct?
I'm hiding him. Okay.
23. All right. Malum.
What? How far away? I'll use my bonus action for a dash movement.
Okay.
As he passes me, I tell him I pounded on the guy on the left.
Get that guy. Yeah, I'll go after him.
Okay.
Since I used my bonus action, I'll only get 2 attacks.
Okay.
And can you sneak attack in this stage? Or is it only when you're flanking or like roguey sneak?
No. With my new swashbuckler, I'll get a sneak attack if the person is more than 5 feet away from any allies.
Well,
Yep.
he is.
He is more than 5 feet.
So first attack is 20, soft 20.
That's it.
Six, 12, 15, 19. So 19 on the first hit.
So you come up and stab him, and he dies immediately.
And then I use my basic movement now to step this guy,
Okay.
and I will take an attack on him.
Go for it.
18.
That's a hit.
10, 13 damage.
Okay.
And that was only, 15-foot movement?
Yeah, I would say about that.
Then I will move back this corner, because I can disengage as a free action and without being attacked and step over there.
All right. Zarm, what would you like to do?
Movement. I'll cast a fireball.
Okay.
I'm glad I stepped away.
Boomy.
Moonbeam is such a great spell. So they need to make dex saves, correct? Oh, firebolt, not fireball.
Yeah, sorry, a firebolt.
A 15 is a miss. Oh.
In turn.
And do what now?
In my turn.
Okay. So casting firebolt pisses off Yarsha. Let's see here. Yep. I have to determine what Yarsha is going to do.
Birds.
Yes. Oh, well, that's bullshit. They changed how stone skin works.
Doesn't it give you
It
resistance?
it gives
to
resistance rather
piercing?
than raising the AC. So Yarsha is just going to go ahead and move, and she's going to try and whack you with the Black Earth Rod, which, again, sounds like a euphemism. .24 to hit.
Ew.
So I think she hits Malum.
Would she hit what?
24?
24.
Yep. Yeah, my AC is a 21.
You get rotted.
So first, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And then you take an additional 22 points of bludgeoning damage because she expends a 4th level spell slot with the Black Earth Rod to deal extra damage.
Would I be able to use one of my boon attributes to do Bless Magic Resist against that?
Not as a reaction.
Oh, okay.
But you could try to parry some of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's my last superiority die, but I will definitely get rid of some of that. For 7 points.
All
So
right.
22, 7, 15.
All
That's
right.
still smart.
Yeah, that's still a weighty hit.
Total, I lost 21 points on all that.
Yep.
That's rough.
Black Earth Guard is probably going to be really dumb. Yeah, he can make it. Oh no, look out. There's a morning star. He's going to swing on Sun Moon.
Okay.
And miss with a 13. Just like I said, he's stupid. So, onomatopoeia, what would you like to do?
Where is Malum? I don't see him.
He's right there. He's in combat with Yarsha the Stonemelder.
Okay, I will use, what is it? Healing word. He's healing word on Malum because he got hurt pretty bad.
I actually just remembered I still had the 14 temp hit points, so actually
Yep.
I didn't take as much as I thought I did.
Yeah.
So I'm actually not that bad. I'm only like 15 points down now.
Okay, I'll use Guiding Bolt on Yarsha then.
Okay.
$16 to hit?
No, that is a miss.
Right. I think I used up all my movement too, so that's my turn.
I would say you still have like 10 feet.
Okay, I'll retreat a little bit.
Okay. All right, Sun Moon.
I'm gonna do another thing, maybe stupid like the Black Earth Guard, but I'm gonna move through his space, so that costs me 10.
Okay.
And then move here, and then move here.
All right.
Then I'm gonna punch your. Actually, I'll start with a spear on Yarsha.
All right.
That hits.
Nope, that is a miss.
So I'll go to flurry.
Miss. Hit.
There we go. Stunning strike DC 16.
All right. $22.
Bitch. Then I'll finish my move over here.
Okay. Dubisa.
Okay, I'm going to step out of the shadows and same old, hit Yarsha this time
Okay,
with my crossbow.
go for it. You have advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
Nope, a
That's just
15
fun.
misses.
Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, I got a 15 and a 14?
Yep.
Help! Okay, well,
You want to step back into the shadows and re-stealth? Oh, wait. No, you don't. It's crossbow expert, not skulker, which is something that feat you might want to look into in the future, because if you miss with a ranged attack, you do not reveal your position.
ooh.
Yeah, it is a really nice feat. So do you want to remake your stealth?
I do.
Okay.
So I'm going to write down Skulker real quick so I can look it up later. Okay. I'm going to re-stealth myself.
Wow. So
I
yeah,
am so.
you are effectively invisible. Smoke bomb.
Where was that when I was attacking?
Yeah, right. Malum.
I will do my 3 attacks on Stonemelder.
All right.
22.
That is a hit.
$19 damage.
All right.
21's gonna hit. Well, 15 on the second hit.
Okay.
Third attack. Definitely hit it at 23. 13 damage on the third attack.
Okay.
And I will slip over down to here to avoid getting pinched by that Black Earth Guard on a flanking.
Okay. So you're using your bonus action to disengage?
Well, with my fancy footwork,
Oh, that's true.
doesn't need to.
opponents
That's
that
true.
I've attacked cannot attack me back.
That is true. Zarm, what would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna take a step forward.
Okay. So you got a Black Earth Guard right there.
Yes, and then I will be doing. Sorry, 1 second.
No problem.
Nice.
So, ooh.
Which should hit both of them.
Okay, so he is going to take the 7 points, and he has a ability called Unyielding. When the guard is subjected to an effect that would move it, knock it prone, or both, it can use its reaction to be neither moved nor knocked prone. So he is still standing and not knocked back. She, on the other hand, let's see what she does. She eats a whole bag of shit. So she gets an 8. So she's going to take 7. And that is moved back 15 feet.
10. The move is 10.
Is it 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So she moves into melee range with Malin.
Okay, bonus action is a hit with a weapon.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack. Nope, that is a miss. Wow, you don't have a dagger or something?
No, I don't.
No. Alright, so on Yarsha's turn. Yarsha. She sounds like she's got a brother named Balky.
What's Yarsha? Yarsha.
Yarsha.
Just a general question. Could I have done just another spell attack that was like a touch instead?
If the spell has a casting time of bonus action, yes.
Okay, thank you.
So there's
You're
not
a warlock? Carrie, you a warlock?
No, just sorcery.
Yeah, so there's not very many spells that have bonus action as casting time. There's a few.
Yeah, I've got one that's a reaction, and that's it. So.
Right, yeah, and then the reaction spells like Featherfall and Shield and things like that. Shield is an infinitely useful spell.
What about the Wand of Magic Missiles? Could I have used that?
No, because the use magic item is an action in and of itself.
Okay, thanks for the info.
So, for her free action, Yarsha yells out and attempts to parley with the party. And says, she says, I'm not the one that you should be fighting. You should be going after Vizran, not me.
I will use the stone arm that I took off the other guy and point at him and be like, what makes you think I'm not going after him too?
She's going to use her entire action, and she says, well, no. So she's not going to use her whole action. She she casts Shatter as a 3rd level spell on the Black Earth Guardsman,
Nice lady.
who fails his save. Zarm, you also need to make a DC. You need to make a DC 13 Constitution save. Yeah, you make a save, so you'll only take half damage from this.
What was the amount of damage?
12, just figuring it out here.
Gotcha.
So the total amount is 22 points. you will take 11. And that shatter kills the Black Earth Guardsman.
Okay, now I
And-
have my retribution.
Oh, that's right. You're a tiefling, right? Okay.
Correct.
So Hellish Rebuke, is that a save that she has to make?
I point my finger at the creature that damaged me and is momentarily sounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw, 2d10 fire damage on fave save, or half as much damage on a success.
She critically fails with a 1 and will take double damage. So she may not even get to finish her sentence.
Probably means we don't want to kill her. If she dies, it means we didn't want to do that.
You kill her with your Hellish Rebuke. She's like, no, wait, and just lights on fire and dies.
She should have been more diplomatic at the start.
Right? Yeah. She should have started talking sooner.
If she's willing to take out her underling, I don't have a lot of sympathy for her, but she probably had important information. But that's okay.
So in your when you search this room, you find there is an iron coffer underneath one of the bunks. You would assume that it is Yarsha's. It is not locked. In there, she has been stockpiling money. There are, let me type it out here, 210 silver pieces, 140 electrum pieces. There is a pouch with 6 obsidian flakes worth 10 gold pieces each.
Does Zarm need those for any spell casting by chance?
And you find
nobody else wants them, I'll definitely take them.
And you find a potion of water breathing.
Ooh.
Which is, maybe it's a potion of mud breathing since it's the temple of the
fun.
Black Earth. So, to
My
give a
handwriting's
little,
so bad, I had a ring of underwater breathing, and I couldn't read my own hand. The only thing that made sense was mud breathing.
yeah, we even passed it around the room like, yeah, that looks like mud breathing.
I have a ring of water breathing, so I definitely don't need a potion.
Take a potion. That sounds good.
I say, well, just whoever needs it later can take it, right? Like,
I just hold everything. It seems like I just got strapped to me. And
there you go.
Just get some duct tape and strap it to the Kenku.
You stay in back because you're protecting all the important stuff. That's why you're in the back all the time. Because you protect the important stuff.
Run away at the first sign of trouble and save all the stuff.
Because you're in charge of inventory, and that is a very important job.
you're keeping
at this other door.
You're keeping the sorcerer stocked full of feathers for spell components.
Yeah. Complain.
Someone
have to complain first.
You listen at this door going to the west, and you hear nothing.
I will shout very loudly, I don't hear anything.
Okay.
I open it.
Okay. You see a short hallway that goes to another door.
I leave the door open, as is the habit of our party.
It's the nature of our people to leave the door. That's like a new halfling trait. They just leave doors open everywhere.
Along with halfling life deaths, all doors must be left open.
I will follow.
Does anybody need a rest or anything? Everybody good?
Good.
And Malum,
Good.
took what, 12 or 15? Does he need a perk?
I'm fine. I'm at 72, so I mean, I'm okay.
Okay, I'm good too. All right, just checking.
At some point, I would like to do a long rest just so I can get my superiority dice back, but that's not a big concern at the moment.
Right on. Does my perception 10? I have to think a second.
So your perception of 10, you can hear that there is there's some conversation going on in this other room. Um, uh, Low level, quiet mumbling, something about I don't know. You have any idea what's going on? I don't know. It's probably some kind of test or something. I don't know. It's above my pay
Can I
grade.
determine that we've done a circle and we're back to the other side of the room that I listened to earlier?
Yeah, that would be a safe assumption.
Yeah, we didn't really go far. We just kind of did a small circle. So yeah, I'll remind the party that I think I've heard some people and some cooking going on in that room.
Yeah, you can. You even with the door closed here. These doors are stone doors with a central pivot that when they open, there's a 3-foot gap on either side of the door. And through the cracks around the door jamb, you can smell that there's some kind of beef stew being cooked in here.
So should we go back around, get the pet, and ignore this room?
Either way, he won't be able to help going through, but he could block the other side. I can circle around and we can flank this room if you guys want.
Yeah, I'll go to the other side with you. I'll be over here.
I say somebody put on the Black Guard's outfit and then like run through the entire thing screaming, "Oh God, here they!"
Cult's over, go home, here they come.
I think it would be more funny if you just forego the Blackguard's outfit and run through the room naked, yelling, "Oh my God, here they come!"
Naked.
I'm the crazy
Naked.
sorcerer. I'll do
Army
that.
gets Streaker.
The element of surprise, you guys. Right there.
Or run through the room naked, yelling, "Unrail told me to do it. It's a dare. This is my initiation into the cult." Because I would imagine that's probably initiation in most cults.
That's what you have to do to get on the Supreme Court. Too.
Right, yes.
Free Robin.
Right, so are we going in?
Yep.
I think so.
I knock twice, then I open the door.
Okay, you knock
Okay.
twice. And when you open the door, helps if I select my pointer tool. So in here, you knock twice and open the door, and there are 2 Black Earth cultists that are sitting at this long table eating a bowl of stew, and they look up as you open the door and immediately cry out an alarm. And in the kitchen are 3 cultists that are low levels that are doing the cooking for what appears to be a mess hall. Everybody roll initiative.
And I have been getting terrible initiative every single.
No, we're just saving our good rolls for later.
Right? It's not bad initiative. It's saving for a better time.
I need everyone to be engaged so I can use my sneak attack. So that's why I roll so badly.
Yep.
Then everybody's engaged for the time it's my turn.
Then you have your pick of
Alright.
sneak attack targets.
Yeah. Of course, they're usually attacking me, but that's okay.
So evidently the kitchen cultists are more aware of combat than the 2 Black Guardsmen who are busy stuffing their face.
Cult of the Blackstone Stew Makers.
Yes.
I should have saved Yarsha's head and brought it in here. That probably would have made them all go away. Right?
Oh, good
I got
call,
the-
yeah.
Yarsha.
We got the next stew.
think somebody dropped this. Do you know where the owner is?
What'd you get for initiative, Malum?
5.
Wow.
Oh, we did not do well.
We
Apparently the
waltzed
door won't
it.
open on that side.
Between Zerm and Onomatopoeia, which of you wants to go first?
Ladies first.
All right.
We roll again.
Nope, you're good. All right. Sun Moon,
Sorry.
what would you like to do?
I move in 5 squares to here,
Okay.
and then I use my Power of Reaping. Grrr,
So
I
you
pull a
are
Hulk
going
Hogan.
to scare them. They get a wisdom saving throw. And it's basically 30 feet of you, so that pretty much covers everybody.
And none of the party.
Nice.
The Black Earth Guards fail with a 7. And the cultists... Oh my god. The the cultists fail with a crit fail of a 1. So they are
I'm bad.
absolutely frickin' terrified of you.
I'm such a bad man. I'm a little man, but I'm a bad one.
Danny DeVito.
He's terrified, and he's terrified. And these guys are definitely terrified. All right, so they cannot move towards you. All right. Is there anything else that you'd like to do to ruin these guys' day?
That's a full action, so I can't trigger a flurry or anything else. But if they're terrified of me, I will finish right there then.
Okay. All right, so the cultists are shitting their pantaloons and run as far away from you as they possibly can. And that's as far as they can go. But they are allowed to take the dodge action, so that is what they will do. Onomatopoeia, what would you like to do?
Can I see anybody
So
where to hit?
So from where you're standing, the door is still closed.
Okay, so I need to walk up and crack it open and then do. Well,
So-
actually, let me see if I have enough room to just waltz up and do. I can't quite do inflict wounds, so I'll just go here instead and do guiding bolt
Okay.
on this guy.
So yeah, you open the door and you see the halfling monk standing in the doorway to the kitchen going, "Rah!" And
Flexing, calling them out,
yeah.
insulting their lineage.
I rolled a 13 to hit.
And are you attacking one of the guardsmen? No, you miss.
Jeez. All right. I will step kind of to the side so somebody more competent can get through.
Okay.
Smoke that shadow, but
Yeah,
so your
The
weakness-
table is all kinds of messed up.
advantage on the table.
Zarm, what would you like to do?
I'll move in and do Thunderclap.
So you're doing thunderclap or thunder wave?
Thunder Wave.
So they get saves. They're probably going to fail miserably. Yes, they fail with a 10. They will both use their reaction to use unyielding, so they are not moved, but they will take the 10 damage. All right. You got anything else?
It's your kitty
Again,
problem.
Okay.
It's your kitty problem.
Dubisa.
I feel like you guys do all these cool things, and all I can do is shoot and hide. So I'm going to do that because that's the move that I got.
Go for it.
And do
I'm
50
going
points
to-
of damage.
Sigourney Weaver, I've got one job here.
Yeah.
Let's talk to this dumb computer, so I'm going to do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit. I'm aiming for him
I wish
with my first
I
shot.
wish his arm was high enough. Well, I'm going to summon a golem and put it in the middle of the room and shut the door. It's the little things in life.
I've got a great idea, guys. I'll be right back.
All right, so that was 15.
That is a miss. Oh, but you have advantage
Okay,
because you're stealth with a 29.
awesome. Yeah.
Roll 20.
Yep. That's a
Not
hit.
20, but still.
That is a hit. So I think you might have just fucked him up. Oh, so close. So you shoot this guy with your crossbow, and the crossbow bolt actually hits him in the head and goes through the eye slit of his helmet. And oh wait, he was eating, so he's not wearing a helmet. So this bolt goes into the guy's head and is sticking out, and he's kind of looking at you, and he just like the left side of his mouth kind of droops down, and he starts to drool a lot. But he's still standing, but he's kind of swaying back and forth. Do you want to stealth again?
So rather than hide, I'm gonna hit it again.
Okay.
You have advantage.
And I get advantage again? Okay. I'll take it.
So that is
That's
a miss.
not gonna be enough to do it. Okay. Bummer.
That was not a very cool thing to have done at all.
make it awesome first shot and then whip it the second time. No.
Malum, what would you like to do?
So that guy's still on his feet.
Yeah, barely. He's like swaying back and forth. Like a stiff breeze will probably be the end of him.
With a bolt out of his eye?
Yeah, exactly.
Go do a trip attack. Just knock him down.
I will run to here. I will take a swing at him. Uh, 25,
That hits.
more than 5 feet. So I get my sneak.
It's way overkill.
Yeah, like 20 something damage.
Jeez.
So you swing out with your sword and just decapitate him outright, and he slumps to the floor.
Then I will turn to his buddy and basically take a little 5-foot steps on the table. I will take some stabs at him.
All right.
17.
That is a miss.
Third attack. 22.
Yep, that hits.
12 damage.
All right. Okay. And the Black Earth Guard. Well, that one's dead. So the one that is left is going to swing on Malum.
Disadvantage due to frightened. I'm still in the room.
Yes.
Little man, be scary.
Yes. Ugh. Motherfuck. So he rolls a 2 and a 20. So he misses with a 7. All right. Sun Moon, what would you like to do?
Let's see if it's too far away. I'll come back over here and punch the guy in the kidneys.
Okay.
First, I'll spear him in the kidneys.
Okay.
So 10 piercing with that,
That hits.
and then I'll flurry on him.
Okay.
13 more.
Yeah. So you flurry on him and you kill him outright. You get
I'll
all
come
John
back over to
Wooey.
block the door. Now the cultists aren't frightened at the end of my turn,
Right.
but I move back over to block the door, so if they rush past me, I'll still get a hit.
Okay.
Quick work, boys and ladies.
All right. So cultist number 1. Oh yeah. He's going to come over and slash at you with a kitchen knife
Mm,
and miss with a 6.
you.
And this cultist will come over and he's going to swing at you with a frying pan
Rapunzeled me.
and miss with a 14. And this cultist is going to come over and he is going to attempt to attack you with the broom, using it like it's a quarterstaff, and miss with a 9.
Oh, I kind of wanted him to be the one to
Yeah.
succeed.
I shall sweep you out of the room.
Yes.
Onomatopoeia, what would you like to do?
Okay, let's see here. In the room. This is the Black Earth card, right? It's not labeled. Wait.
No, that's Malum.
Oh,
That's Malum.
sorry. I didn't want to hurt you. Let me move over here. I don't think I could actually see anything, can I?
You see the cultist? I'm tiny.
Yeah, he's
Tiny?
he's
Oh,
tall.
okay.
yeah, he's really
Over.
short, so you could probably see the cultist right over the top of his head.
Okay, I'll shoot a guiding bolt over there. Let's try it.
All right. Want to try to hit this guy?
See what
Nice.
we got. Yay!
Oh yeah,
So 22's got to hit.
yeah. That definitely nails him. Oof! Oh my God! Minus 17 hit points. He
Yeah.
is dead with a -8.
Good. Glad I hit something finally. Jeez.
All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to do?
No, I need to learn more about bonus actions actually, because I need to read the thing, so I don't really know what to do.
So a bonus action usually, so like I said with Zarm, same thing applies. If you have a spell that has a spell casting time of bonus action, you could cast that. There's literally no rule. There's a lot of people that are under the impression that you can only cast one spell on your turn. That is not true at all. You can cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, and then if a spell has a casting time of bonus action, you could cast that. You could even cast, at the same time in 1 round, a third spell that has a reaction casting time. So, so that would be an option for a bonus action, is to cast a spell with the casting time of bonus action. The other option, in your case, would be that if you had, say, like a dagger that you were holding in your offhand, or really any weapon that you were holding in your offhand, if you had a mace or something like that, you could run up and you could make a bonus action attack with that hand. Fifth, there's no such thing. I say offhand because in reality, there's really no such thing as true ambidexterity. Everybody has a favorite hand. Most likely it's going to be right, but it doesn't matter. So there would be the assumption that you would have that weapon in your other hand and you would make your attack. Without the 2 weapon fighting feat, you would make that attack as just a flat d20 roll plus your either strength or dexterity, using whatever is appropriate for that weapon. But to the damage, you would not be allowed to add your dexterity or strength modifier. It would just be the flat damage of the weapon. Does that make sense?
Out of
Okay.
curiosity, out of curiosity, because I'm not familiar, I haven't played a 5th level spellcaster yet. Is there a meta magic feat that allows to reduce one spell to bonus action
Yes.
was in 3.5?
Yes. The meta magic feat of quick spell, which is something that a lot of
Okay,
sorcerers take.
they did bring that one. Okay, good.
Yeah, sorcerer with quick spell can use quick spell to a common one in my Friday night game is I cast fireball, and then are they dead yet? No, they're not dead. Oh well, I use quick spell to cast another fireball. So that has led to all sorts of fun because fireballs aren't stealthy at all, and 2 of them are even less so. So yeah, I mean, if you have a melee weapon, you could run up and say
I think
hello.
I used it. I used my movement though because I was hiding in the hallway.
Yeah, I think you might only have 1 square left, maybe.
Yeah, you got probably about 10 squares. So you could move to like here.
Okay, I'll move over there
Okay.
and wave hi
Coming for you.
innocently.
Zarm, what would you like to do?
All right, movement.
Oh yeah.
And Thunder Wave.
I was gonna say he's either gonna cast Thunder Wave or he's gonna go really old school and use Burning Hands because that is an excellent doorway spell.
Yeah, I like hitting both of them instead of just one though.
Or the really old time favorite of Jeff's and mine: open the door, cast Firewall, close the door. Let them all die. So let's see. The cultists. Ooh, they saved. So they will take half damage. But that's not going to rescue them because it still puts them at -1.
They both fly back 15 feet.
No, they actually made their save, so they don't fly back. But I would imagine that since they died from taking half damage, their corpses are flung. So yeah, you put an end to them. So in this room, you find a pot of semi-delicious stew. Well, let's not. It's cultist stew, so it's probably Denny Moore.
I want the fat cube.
I want the fat cube. So this room, 3 trestle tables are arranged in the middle of this room, and crates of provisions are stacked neatly against the walls. To the southeast, an open doorway leads to a small kitchen containing more provisions and a large cooking hearth. A tattered gray cloak with feathers is nailed to the middle of the north wall. Doors lead to the east and the west. So you recognize this this cloak, you guys, from having battled the cult of the Howling Hatred. This cloak is, let me find it here. Dum 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 dum.
The Bisa. Oh, what archetype did you take with your robe?
Acid.
Oh, okay. One thing I would recommend for you is off one of these dead bodies, pick up a melee weapon. Just to have.
I have a rapier and dagger.
Because you might even be able to step in, take a couple, get your 2 attacks, and step away, and then do your hide also.
Okay.
It's just something as an option.
I know that being smaller, I don't have proficiency in a lot of weapons because I'm little.
That's right.
So this feathered cloak that's tacked to the wall isn't just a cloak. There is also a snug-fitting uniform that is attached to the cloak. The cloak has eagle feathers on the shoulders, and it has a hood that pulls over the top of the head. And there are like spandex-like bodysuit attached to this cloak that when you wear it, it is a wingsuit.
Oh, I want it.
And you guys recognize this. It's known as wingware. You recognize this from having done battle with the cult of the Howling Hatred. It looks like this was probably some kind of trophy that they took from somebody that they defeated fighting that cult. This snug uniform has symbols of air stitched into it and leather flaps that stretch along the arms, waist, and legs to create wings for gliding. The suit of wingwear has 3 charges. While you wear the suit, you can use a bonus action and expend 1 charge to gain a flying speed of 30 feet until you land. At the end of each of your turns, your altitude drops by 5 feet. Your altitude drops instantly to 0 feet at the end of your turn if you didn't fly at least 30 feet horizontally on that turn. When your altitude drops to 0 feet, you land, or fall, and you must expend another charge to use the suit again. The suit regains all of its expended charges after spending at least 1 hour in an elemental air node.
Well, Kenku long to fly since they got their wings taken away.
That's true.
I would really fight somebody if they wanted to take it. I really want that suit.
Cool.
I am the only known
that's
flying
necessary.
Kenku. I shall become the leader of my people.
And you could totally launch yourself off the wyvern too.
That's true.
That would be cool. I would love that. Oh, how lovely. To fly
Guided
one
missile.
thing.
Yes, Wyvern
Yeah.
guided missile. Throw Kenku. It's like a fastball special, but with a lot less dexterity.
I also still have the parachute backpack too.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, I've had that since the beginning of the game. That was
That
like
was,
the
yeah, that
first
was like
time
one of the
I
first things you guys found was, oh my god, it's a parachute.
Awesome.
So I can give you the parachute and with that, and you could totally be safe.
Oh, that'd be so sweet. Because I haul all the stuff around. Is that why you guys are being nice to me?
That way, if
It's
you
like
fall
a-
off the cliff with everything, you can fly back up.
Where would you
That's
guys
a distraction or environment's friendly.
where would you guys like to go from here?
Well, I just did a quick look at the map. On this floor, we only have 3 doors we haven't touched.
That is true.
There's 3 doors.
Well,
Oh,
that's
you
not
pick-
entirely true. So there is
I only saw 3.
this hallway here.
Yeah, we got the hallway just below the area we're in. Just to the east of that is 1 door, and then all the way down in the southwest corner is another that's over by the water, that pool. That one. Those are the only ones I saw.
Split up the party. We'll cover more ground that way.
Yes.
Where do we want to start?
So yeah, this hallway
I
to the
think-
south of your current room, there is a door leading to the south, and the hallway empties out into the entrance chamber where there were some hobgoblins and a burrow shark with his bullet standing guard.
Are those still there? Because I see them on the thing, or did you guys take them out while I
They-
wasn't here?
They deceived their way past them. They used deception and stealth to sneak their way past them.
We didn't have to fight them.
Oh. Well, now we got a full party.
Now
We'll
we-
wipe-
Yeah, we got a better shot at it now.
All right.
Go clean house.
Yes, let's knock them out.
and the
So
woman
you guys
was
want to
in that
move
room.
over to the entryway in room number 4 to take out those guys? Is that what your plan is?
You rest first, or is
Yeah,
there-
we got about 10 minutes. I think we could wipe them in 10.
I think before we go in and face the bullet, do people need to refill spell slots and
I do.
do all
Yeah,
those
it
things?
It might be
I
a
feel like-
wise
I feel
idea.
Like we're yeah, go! But we actually could probably use a little
Yeah, it might be a wise
One
idea to use room number 6, and if you wanted to do a long rest.
That would
Yeah,
work
that's
for
what I
me.
say. We enclose ourselves in room 6, steal the mediocre stew, eat a nice mediocre dinner, get some rest. There's beds in there. Like let's do this right.
Okay, so what we will do is we will go ahead and break here, because that bullet is going to take a bit longer than you might think.
That's why we should definitely rest.
Yeah, and this is a good spot to take your long rest, because nobody other than Unrail, you're under the assumption nobody knew about that secret door, so nobody really knows about Colt over, go home. Nobody knows about the passage into here, and you can bar this door, and you can use this arrow slit to kind of set up your guard watch to see anybody coming. So
Well,
yeah,
before
we will go ahead and break there for the week. You will start next week with all of your spell slots and all of your hit points back. And I want to thank anybody that has been viewing our stream. If you would scroll down, you will see that we have some links down there in the panels. One of them is to help save Going Gaming. We are a group from Troutdale, Oregon, that we meet up at a game shop called Going Gaming and the Grub and Grog, and we are trying to help the shop get through this trying time with the pandemic going on. We will accept any minor amount of donation. I know that everybody is financially strapped right now, but anything will help. We also have a couple of friends down there, Talon and Claw, who makes beautiful wooden Dungeon Master screens and leather dice trays, and they have a full line of dice vaults. You might want to check them out. They have some really beautiful gear, very adequately affordable as well. And there is the Gilded Archive. She does handmade leather covers for the core rule books that are all hand stitched, hand stamped, and hand painted. She does beautiful work. I definitely recommend checking her out. And we will go ahead and see you all next week. We start at 1 p.m. and I hope to see you there. Please remember to subscribe to our Twitch channel, and we also have a YouTube channel that I will be posting here shortly. Please feel free to subscribe to that as well. Thanks a lot, and have a good day.
Everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care, guys.